All right. Shalom, Israel. I'd like to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, the Buanas, the apostles, and the elders, great millstone, and Shalom, select out there, doing this work of faith, a labor of love, and true sincerity. All right. I want to get into a brief, a health briefing, real fast. While I'm on break, I really don't have that much time, but since I'm experiencing a real a kind of bad sore throat, I figure I'd get into that. So pretty much, I had woke up, I noticed, my lymph node on the right side was swollen. It's a little sore. So, we have lymph nodes, on various parts of our body, mainly, our throats, both sides of the throat, underneath your armpits, and in the groin areas, and they also consider, or Esau also considers, the spleen as the largest lymph node. That's what they consider it, because it plays a big factor in immunity as well. So, and one key thing you always, want to keep your lymph nodes, free from, different chemicals and different stuff like that, so that, they can properly, send through, what I'm saying, the blood and different things of that nature, because dealing with, the lymph nodes, pretty much like you'll have, like a woman, for instance, a woman may be spraying all types of perfume, or even men, may spraying perfumes and, colognes all up on their neck, placing those chemicals inside of their body. But the lymph nodes absorb all of that. The lymph nodes pretty much absorb harmful toxins, as a defense mechanism from them entering your body and doing great harm unto you. That's what the lymph nodes are there for. So if you feel a swelling, in your lymph nodes, whether if it's under your armpits, your neck, or in your groin area, that's a sign of your body trying to protect itself. Because, pretty much how they describe the immune system is nothing more than a defense system. It's your body's defense mechanism against foreign microorganisms that don't belong within the body. So, like a few common herbs, that I would typically use when I have a sore throat, and I don't have them, pretty much on hand right now. That's why I didn't use them. But elderberry, licorice root, and wild cherry. Those are the three that I would normally mix together. Primarily, the elderberry, because the elderberry, which I want to get into a much in-depth topic on that, because that's real key, for the wintertime, even though winter is almost over, but elderberry, that's known for colds and flus, viruses, what I'm saying, different cancerous cells. They even said it's good for symptoms of, for people that may have HIV, AIDS, and different things like that. It's real powerful at killing and destroying viruses, so that's definitely a herb that you want to constantly keep, on deck, especially during the wintertime. And then, during the spring, you will have certain herbs, that you'll want to use during the spring, because, you have herbs for certain seasons and you have fruits and vegetables for certain seasons. And, right now is the season for, you to be using the elderberry, but as, I'm saying, but, as the weather starts to break and get better, then what spring, the pollination and different things like that. So now you'll want to use certain herbs like nettle or linden leaf, which are good for allergies and just spring herbs in general, to keep your health and your immune system up and well and going, so that you don't succumb, to the ill effects of, the changing of the seasons, because everybody gets sick, around the changing of the seasons, because you may have it, real cold one day, warm the next, so it's back and forth, what I'm saying, which causes an imbalance within the body to, for you to increasing your chances of getting sick, actually, so, and dealing with the licorice root is real powerful, because that's good for cold and flus and different things as well. Anti-inflammatory is known as an expectorant herb, X meaning out, pectorant comes from, the pectoral muscles, which means to get out your chest. So expectorant basically means to, to spit out your chest, helps you get up all that phlegm from, your lungs, your respiratory system and things of that nature. And you'll notice, after you drink a tea, like with the elderberry and the licorice root, you'll notice it starts to form like a little film in the back of your throat. And that's to, to form a force field around, the germs in your throat and for you to be able to cough it back up, you know. And you know, that's something that I use every single time. And every single time, even if I'm feeling a tingling, usually in my throat, you know, I would grab some of that, you know what I'm saying, boil a pot of that. And, you know, the next day, you know, I won't be feeling that sore throat anymore that was starting to come on, or those little tingling effects, you know, or even if I actually had got the sore throat, you know, the next day it was definitely gone. So, you know, those are real powerful. The wild cherry, you know, and that's great for the cough. For coughing as well, immunity, colds, and flus, the same thing. So you have the elderberry in general, that's mainly good for the killing of the viruses. The licorice root, good for the viruses as well, but mainly for you to get the phlegm and stuff up out of your chest and to form that film around, you know, the germs within your throat for you to spit them out. And, you know, if you have a cough, you know, that's what you would have the wild cherry for, a nice little combination, you know what I'm saying, of immunity booster, and, you know, to rid you of whatever common cold, flu, or sickness that you may be feeling, you know. And you know, pretty much yeah, I believe that's pretty much it, you know, as far as this topic. You know, like I said, you know, there's just a real quick health briefing that I want to get into, you know, being as though, you know, I was going through this you know, myself. So trying to think, is there anything else? Yeah, Lord's willing, you know, I go more in depth as far as mainly the wild cherry and the elderberry, because those two are real key herbs, you know. And wild cherry as well, a side note, that's used, you can actually use wild cherry to make a wine and make a real potent wine. But yeah, that's another thing I wanted to say too. You know, the best results, you know, that you can actually get from using this combination is, you know, you can make a tincture out of them, or you can just boil them in a pot. You know what I mean? Maybe use like an ounce of each of the herb, you know, the elderberry, the licorice root, and the wild cherry. Maybe use an ounce of each herb, or maybe 2 ounces. And yeah, if you use an ounce, you know, of each, probably do like a half a gallon or more. If you use 2 ounces of each, then put a gallon, you know, a gallon of water. You know what I mean? Let the pot boil. And once it gets to a boil, you know, turn it down and just let it simmer. Let it simmer. Let it simmer overnight. You know what I'm saying? Let it simmer overnight. You may want to add a little more water here and there, but let it simmer overnight, because the longer it simmers, you know, it's extracting more of the properties up out of the herbs. You know, turn it off in the morning. You know, you strain it and everything like that. You bottle it up, put it in the refrigerator. You know what I'm saying? And then you can have it at will. And also too, you can take, I don't have any with me, but sometimes, you know, if I have a sore throat, if I make that remedy, you know, I will put a portion of it, you know, in like one of those little small spray bottles. They come about like this big. You know, you can get them in a vitamin shop and places like that. They even have bigger ones. You know, so I'll put some in there, you know what I'm saying, and maybe add a little honey, you know, as well, because honey helps to preserve herbs and different foods and things of that nature. You know what I'm saying? Add a little honey to it, or whatever the case may be, and just carry the little spray bottle around with me, you know, and I'll randomly just spray the back of my throat, you know, throughout the day. If it's cold out and if I'm experiencing, you know, a sore throat, just spray it in the back of my throat throughout the periods of the day, you know, just to feel relief from it, or so that the situation actually doesn't get worse, you know. So that's another great tip that brothers can try to incorporate as well, you know, if you would like to use that herbal concoction, you know. So you know, with that, I'm gonna just grab this scripture, because, you know, dealing with these herbs, we can never forget Yahweh Shem Yahushua, you know, who heals us of all things and who's always there for us, you know what I'm saying, no matter what. So this is the book of Sirach, chapter 38, verse 9. My son, in thy sickness, be not negligent, but pray unto the Lord, and he will make thee whole, you know. So everything is of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. And, you know, we have to give all praise and honor and glory to Yahweh Shem Yahushua, you know, at the times when we're up, at the times in which we're down, because he's, you know, the power, you know, that gets us through, you know, no matter what. You know, so with that, you know, I hope this segment was edifying. And I'd like to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. And shalom to Lek out there doing this work of faith, live with love and true sincerity. Shalom.